the streets of Phoenix, Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. Ooh, welcome to the streets of Phoenix, Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. It's that time of the night, we gon' get it started. Just put your hands in the air, come and join the party. We wanna know what you're thinking, what you're talking about. Let's have some fun, here we go, time to scream and shout. Ooh, welcome to the streets of Phoenix, Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. Ooh, welcome to the streets of Phoenix, Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix.
Yes. Welcome everybody to the streets of Phoenix. I'm Al Joseph.
And I am Christina Zo.
And we are ready to take you guys on a ride through the streets of Phoenix.
That's right. What's up, everybody? Are you guys ready for another great show as we kick off our holiday season? Woo! Yeah! Woo! I know who is ready, and you already know. It's the party starter himself, Mr. DJ I Am Sam.
Well, it seems like we're definitely ready to kick off the holiday season, right, Christine?
That's right.
Because as you all know, the holidays is the perfect time for family and friends, and most importantly, our home-cooked meals.
Okay. This good food that you're cooking here, are you actually cooking this, or are you just one of those professional taste testers?
I mean, somebody's got to do it. Might as well be me, right?
That's right. But, in all seriousness, we are very grateful and thankful that we're able to be fortunate enough to enjoy the holidays. I know we're so grateful that the people in our community are able to step up and help those less fortunate enjoy the same opportunity.
Absolutely. And we definitely have some amazing people here tonight ready to kick off the show.
Yep, when we return, we definitely have our first guest who's going to set the tone. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Ready to bless the stage for us tonight? Please welcome our first guest, Miss Regina Offord.
Woo!
Because you're beautiful, yeah. You are so beautiful. Because you're beautiful, yeah. You are so beautiful. I wanna go deeper. I'm looking into your promising eyes, deeper. I can see what's inside your soul, deeper. Now I can see that I'm your one desire, deeper. Because I'm looking past your skin. So I'm giving all love a chance. I give you my heart, my soul, my mind, my control, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause you motivate me to be the woman that I am. You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful. So beautiful to me, baby, beautiful, yeah. You are so beautiful.
That was amazing, y'all. Give it up one more time for Regina.
Welcome back. We are here in the living room with Regina, who I think just set it on fire over there because that was hot.
Thank you.
All right, so you have such a soulful voice, and where did that come from, and who inspired you?
I grew up singing in church. I was really shy, but I started like at around 8 years old, just doing like solos in church. And I think just watching the ladies just get up there in church and just pour their soul out, it was just awesome. And then, of course, all the greats inspired me, Whitney, Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey. I definitely learned from the best. I've had some really great mentors in my life. So.
Very nice, very nice.
I think you just answered my question, but I was going to ask how long you've been singing. You said you mentioned since you were 8 years old.
Yes.
And Mariah and Whitney and who's the other one that inspired you?
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys. My goodness, thank you.
And my dad.
Oh, your dad's
My mom and my dad for putting up with me. My dad, because he was a musician, he was a pianist, and he sit me on his lap and teach me how to play piano. And he also put me on the Pro Tools, the old version of Pro Tools. You know how to engineer music and stuff like that. So I just became very fascinated with that as a young person. 8 years old and stuff. So yeah. Music.
So I know that in addition to singing, you've done some acting as well and some plays. Are you still actively involved in that as well?
Not still actively. I mean, I dabbled in college. We're not going to say when that was, but I did Little Shop of Horrors, did one of the ladies, the singing ladies, the trio, part of the trio. And I did some other plays that I honestly cannot remember the name. They were kind of low key, but just dabble, you know.
That wasn't, so singing was more your thing then?
Singing is more, that's more of my thing. It's all performance, so.
Now, something interesting, we just talked about off camera. You said something about the way you sing it was called beast mode.
Oh, no, don't get me started now. You write this on camera?
I just want to touch this on that. Like, it sounds interesting. So what's that about? Because when I think of beast mode, I'm an athlete, so beast mode to me means you go hard.
Yeah, you pretty much. It's the exact same thing that you use in sports. You go hard in practice, you don't leave nothing, you don't hold nothing back, you just go hard. And you know, when it's time for game day, it's time to just let the beast out, right?
Okay.
You know, early in my career, it was kind of like, well, all this adrenaline is still there, but it's gotten easier to kind of like channel and stuff though. But it's definitely a high, kind of like sports are like. You know, once you get on the field, it's time to just let it loose.
Yes, all the adrenaline.
Yeah, you can't do nothing else but let it all loose. It's a lot of adrenaline.
I like that.
It's a good thing.
Where can Phoenix find you these days? Do you have any social media?
Yeah, sure. If you go on Facebook, I hang out on my fan page. Most of everything is centralized there. The Regina Show. It's www.facebook.com/The Regina Show. That should pop up. Go on there, support, please like it, and put a comment on there. You know, pretty much.
Yeah, show her some love. Show her
Yeah.
some love.
Show some love, yeah.
I also wanted to ask you one last question. You said that you were based in Arkansas and from the Army. How did that impact your singing career, like being in the Army as well?
My father was in the Army, and so we did move around a lot. And so I was able to experience a lot of different type of, cultures.
Okay.
Because of that, I'm not, my original music you heard, as you heard, is unique.
Yeah.
I've been told I don't quite sound like anybody else. It's just kind of a mixture of just, learning from the greats and kind of my own life experiences and everything, so.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
We definitely want to thank you for hanging out with us here in the living room. But don't worry, folks, we got one away. She has more in the tank, so please don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the living room. Our next guest is not only a great pastor, he's also the author of Transforming the Minds of Men. He's also doing some great work in the community. Please help me welcome Lavelle McMichael.
Welcome to the living room. We're so happy to have you kicking off our holiday season this year, and we know you have history of impacting the community. What are some things that you're going to be involved with this year?
Well, Thanksgiving is coming up, so we'll be working with the community around feeding those that are less fortunate than ourselves, and then Christmas, of course, to our Toys for Tots annual event. And so we have a lot that's going on, and every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we service the community of the metropolitan area of Phoenix with food, and we're in partnership with the United Food Bank. And so what we do is those that are less fortunate, those that are in need, they come to our church and we service them. We give them household items, we give them food and things that they need to get them through the week, and that's just what we do on a daily basis.
Awesome, that's awesome. And now I know you're really actively involved in your community, as you just mentioned, and then as I mentioned before, you're also an author of the book Transforming the Minds of Men. How did that come about? Tell us about that.
I spent a lot of time working with young men in the Arizona child welfare system, and I realized when I was working with them that not only was the system broken, but those young men were broken. And so through looking at the brokenness of them, I began to reflect on what was broken. And then I realized that they don't have fathers. And so I began to write about the fatherlessness of boys and how that's impacted not only the home, but community and then ultimately society. So I had been writing the book, and then I don't know if you remember when the Baltimore riots happened,
Oh, yeah.
and the mother went out to snatch her son off the streets.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was thinking, I said, he must not have a father, because why should she have to go get him off the street? He should have a level of respect for his father to know that's not something he should be doing. And so at that point, I kind of wrote that into the book that I had already begun writing. And I began to say, you know what, I really need to get a message out to the community about how to, I don't think we can fix the issue, but I definitely think we can address the fatherlessness of our boys and how necessary that role is. And instead of allowing community to write the father out of the picture or to pawn him off, then we want to make sure that young men know who their fathers are and what that means to them and their future. So that's where transforming the way we think about our role in our home and community. So.
A little personal question I want to ask you, speaking of the fatherless boys, do you feel like you're a role model to them in 2016 this year? Is that why you wrote the book last year?
Well, I hope that I'm a role model. I can't say who I'm a role model to, but one of the things I feel is necessary is for me to model what it is to be a man, what it is to be responsible. When we talk about manhood, childhood to manhood, we're not just talking about our physical stature, right? We're talking about accountability and responsibility and how to take ownership for the decisions and choices that we make. And so I try to model accountability and responsibility not only to my sons, but to those young boys that are in the community. And so hopefully they look to me as a role model. But I don't just want to be a role model by title. I want that role modeling or mentoring to turn into something that causes them to look at themselves and say, you know what, I want to be better, and I can be better.
There you go. Well, we got the inside scoop, and I know you do a little bit of singing as well. Like, you literally do it all.
I don't know that I do it all. I might sing in church every now and again, but that's not my day job, for sure.
All right, so we had Regina. She set the tone for us earlier. So I think it's only right that we have Pastor McMichael give us a little sample. What do you think?
Yeah.
This has to be your producer's doing, because there's no way that you will be able to show the same.
One line is all we need.
All of my good days outweigh my bad days, so I won't complain.
My final question for you is for those people who also want to be, involved in the community, but they don't know what they can do. Where can they start?
You know what? I say start at home. I think the biggest impact that we need to make is in our homes, and we need to start with our children, our brothers, our sisters, our family, and once we strengthen that home life, then that's modeled in the classroom, at school, that's modeled in the community, when our children are outside playing, and then it spreads into the bigger community. And so I think that if we start with raising our children in the home and doing a great job of that, then that will definitely impact our community better.
Okay, very nice. And for those at home that, I know you're very, very involved, and those that, even for your book, they want to get in touch with you, where would they find you?
I'm on social media, The Real LaBelle. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Facebook,
Nice.
Periscope. So they can go to all social media streams and send me a message. Also, the book is available on Amazon.com. It's on 52 different ebook platforms. So if you don't want a physical book, you can pull it up on your Kindle, on your iPhone. And so the book title is Transforming the Minds of Men, Maximize the Potential from Childhood to Manhood. It's in a store near you.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming and joining us in the living room today and helping the streets of Phoenix thrive. We really appreciate that. Coming up next, we have more holiday cheers, so don't move a muscle. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Renee out here in the streets of Phoenix, and today I'm taking my camera inside the Chavez boxing gym. As we kick off our holiday season, we're going to get a front row seat and see how they're serving our community. Let's go.
got it. It was actually accidental when I got into boxing. I always liked martial arts, and I never expected to do boxing. I grew up like a bad neighborhood. And one time I got in a fight. I was defending myself against a big guy, and I won the fight. And then the guy actually, he was during a football game. Of all things, you know, one of the guy, the little big guy, after I defended myself and I beat him, the guy came up to me and gave me his card. He got really good hands, just thinking about being a boxer. It never crossed my mind like to really do it, but then a year or two later, I actually joined the boxing gym and went in there. And that's when I fell in love with it. It was so hard, and it was a lot different than what I thought. And that's what I loved about it. It was so challenging. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, but it was such a great challenge. That's what made me want to stick with it, want to try, see what I was capable of doing.
What exactly does the Chavez Boxing Gym offer?
What we do, as far as living, what I do is personal training, the one-on-one. So we use the boxing, because boxing is great for fitness. You know, people do it for various reasons. Some do it because they really want to learn the boxing. Some do it for the physical fitness. Some do it for self-defense. But what's excellent about it is like, no matter who does it, what they're looking for, we do all of it. So they're getting the fitness out of it. Because like when we do the med work, the bags, like boxing, you have to be in really good shape for it. And they like it for the same reason, that it's challenging. That it's a mental thing, because that's how I use it with everybody. You know, I always tell them like it takes courage just to step in the ring. You know, so and I do the same thing with my kids. You know, like I try to give them that warrior's mentality. You know, to think like a fighter, act like a fighter. When you step out the doors to be one, you know, be a warrior. When you get that warrior's mentality, and that's why I think a lot of my clients, you know, not just my kids, but my clients love that too.
Being a gym, how did you get into doing such amazing community events like this?
We've done several events, so this is just one of them. This is the first time we've actually done one where it's just the community, we're doing the feeding, the clothing, but we do something similar during Christmas. Like it's going to be our 4th year, and that one, it first started off where a church wanted to do it. When I had my old gym, it was a lot smaller than this, but the church offered, like this one big church offered to come in and set everything up and all that. And I remember at that time I had a lot going on. I'm like, I can only help a little bit if you guys want to do it. They're like, yeah, we'll take care of everything. And it was, you know, a great turnout. They donated a lot of different stuff, and I thought it was great. And then the next year, they didn't show up, and we tried to call them, do this and that. So when they didn't show up, I'm like, you know what? Why can't I do it? You know, I'll see what I can do. And then I got other people volunteering. We took it one step further. We even donated presents. So now what we do each year is like we get families who really need it, families in need and kids, and people will nominate them, and then I try to get the presents. I have other people who, you know, my own clients, other people that I know, we get presents for people like, you know, really families in need, and it's incredible. Like some of the families we've been able to help, and then we do a feeding event too. Like we'll do a huge Christmas Eve, right on Christmas Eve feeding. Turkeys, ham, this and that. So when we came to this area, I've seen like, you know, the need. There's a lot of homeless. We've had people come in, you know, asking me just for water, food, and I knew this, you know, I thought, why not just do it now, just to see how it turns out, and if the event does well, you know, then we'll keep doing it. And even if it doesn't, just like I was telling my helper, even if it doesn't do that well, if we only help out like 4 people, that's 4 people who helped that really needed it, and that's exactly what happened. You know, we had a grandma said she has custody of the kids, and I think there was like 6 of them, so they all got a costume and some clothes, and she told me that they wouldn't even have that, you know, if it wasn't for this event. So I think that was awesome. You know.
What makes you want to volunteer your time for community events like this?
Like I just want to help out people that are in need.
I need a volunteer. I work for school, so I thought this event would actually help me.
You know, you see people have food on their table, being able to watch TV or anything like that, or just have clothes on their back, and then you see the other side of people which they don't, and that makes you kind of feel bad. You want the best for them too, so you just want to be a good person and give back to them too.
Thank you so much for your time and everything that you do for our community. You're a beacon, and we really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you guys for having me.
And there you have it, the Chavez Boxing Gym. Not just a great place to train and get into shape, but a champion in the community. And here's what's happening on the streets of Phoenix. Until next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage one more time, Miss Regina Offord.
With all my heart, I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love, sweet love. Hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame, I'm in love, sweet love. Don't you ever go away, it'll always be this way. Your heart is calling me closer to you. I will be all that you need, just trust in what we're feeling. Never leave, 'cause baby I believe in this love, sweet love. Hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame, I'm in love, sweet love. Don't you ever go away, it'll always be this way. There's no stronger love in this world. Oh baby, no, you're my man, I'm your girl. Oh baby, no, wait and see, can't be wrong. Don't you know this is where you belong? The sweetest dream, how lovely, baby. Stay right here, never fear, I will be all that you need. Never leave, 'cause baby I believe in this love, sweet love. Hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame, baby, I'm in love, sweet love. And don't you ever go away, it'll always be this way. Oh no, 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 sweet love. Oh, so sweetly, so sweetly, so sweet. I love, yeah. Hey, I love. Oh no, baby, no. Sweet to love, oh, sweet to love. Oh no, no,
time flies when you're having fun. And that pretty much sums up the show for today.
Yes, we had some amazingly talented guests today, and we thank them all.
Special thanks to Regina Alford, Lavelle McMichael, the Chavez Boxing Gym, and the best audience in Phoenix. Because here, we're not just a talk show, but
always a party! Woo! DJ M. Sam, you know what time it is. It's dance cam time!
Ooh, welcome to the streets of Phoenix, Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. Ooh, welcome to the streets of Phoenix, Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. It's that time of the night, we gon' get it started. Just put your hands in the air, come and join the party. We wanna know what you're thinking, what you're talking about. Let's have some fun, here we go, time to scream and shout. Ooh, welcome to the streets of Phoenix, Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. Ooh, welcome to the streets of Phoenix, Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix. Welcome to the streets of Phoenix.